three-part podcast series, Connecting the Unconnected, Capacity Building for Existing and Emerging Community Networks in Kenya. My name is Rispa Arose, Project Coordinator for the Training and Mentorship of Community Network in Kenya that is being conducted within the framework of the project Connecting the Unconnected, supporting community-led approaches to addressing the digital divide. In Kenya, the capacity building through mentorship and training has been implemented by TunapandaNet, now transitioned to TandaNet. The training and mentorship has had 2 iterations in the year 2021 and 2022, which has seen 11 micro-level community networks empowered with the necessary skills and support in starting, operating, and sustaining a community network. The training and mentorship were both virtual and physical, spread out in a period of 6 months.
A lot of people here have family members actually out of the country. With the availability of the internet, they are able now to make free calls using WhatsApp or email or whatever of calling apps. So it has made the living standards of people have actually improved because they are able to connect with others.
How do we sell this thing to people, and how do we make them understand that it's for their benefit if they are not really aware? So I think we need to create more awareness of what a community network is and why it is important.
The peer-to-peer mentorship was very, very useful and effective because it was this moment or through peer-to-peer mentorship we're able to engage with these CN all over, some in Nairobi, others outside Nairobi, and see what they've been able to achieve, learning their best practices and that kind of stuff.
I see there is a lot of progress after these schools, and also the movement of community network is going higher and they improve the community wherever they are.
From the initial spark of inspiration to the outcomes, our interviews with the dedicated community networks who have undergone the capacity building program will unveil the transformative journey they have undertaken. Through their own words, this podcast will reveal how these training and mentorship programs have not only ignited their passion but also paved the way for community-led initiatives that bridge digital divide, uplift local economies, and empower individuals to become the driving force behind change. Stay tuned and let's get started.
Okay, I think I'll start with where Dunia Moja was prior to the trainings. Before all this, I think we were very heavily dependent on the ISP whom we had been working with. And what we saw was that we had a lot of opacity in the network. We couldn't know which of the schools that we had connected was up or down. So once we actually stepped out on our own, what we realized is that now we have more information on the schools, how they are performing, the problems that they are encountering. There are some main problems that I think as Dunia Moja so we are facing is the high turnover. We, apart from Tanda, as a TandaNet, I think it's a common story across the board with CN. We have a very high turnover of staff. The guys that we started off with, whom we brought for the trainings, most of them have left and have gone to seek greener pastures. It's a problem that we really don't have a solution as of now because of the kind of funding that we get is mostly for setting up of the network. We don't have funding for as a day-to-day running of the CN. What we are trying to do now is actually to sort of set up partner CN where the students, after we've trained it, they actually set up their own CN, whom we will be able to support with the bandwidth so that at least it is something that they are doing for themselves. So it becomes more of a push towards sustainability of the network. As a Dunia Moja is actually located in the rural areas. So availability of internet is not very affordable. Had Dunia Moja not been doing what we are doing, most likely they would have remained unconnected. A lot of people here have family members actually out of the country. With the availability of internet, they are able now to make free calls using WhatsApp or email or whatever calling apps. So it has made the living standards of people have actually improved because they are able to connect with others. For schools, we have noted a huge improvement in performance with having the schools connected and getting as a pupils involved in searching for more information as to their studies. It's brought in a lot of improvement. Our dream is to have it to reach a point whereby the youth around can actually do the installations on their own, and we give them a sort of a commission from that. The micro grant also added onto the knowledge muscle as Dunia Moja currently has, because we actually had some training here through the use of the micro grant. For 4 or 5 peers that had come, we now have a group of university students, almost 40, between 40 and 60, whom we can call upon as a work on something. So I would say that the micro grant was a very, very good thing to have come. It's really helped. As for our future plans, we are looking into empowering the youth around to form as many CNs because the coastal it's only Dunia Moja which is in the coast. We are looking at the possibility of having several CNs, first of all across Kilifi County, because Kilifi County we have around six sub-counties. So we are hoping to have at least six more CNs across the county, so that we can first cover Kilifi County, and then from there we expand to other neighboring counties. I would say that's our major plan going forward.
My name is Cynthia, and I work with Dunia Moja, which is located in Kilifi, and I'm 23 years old. I did take part in the whole seminar and the trainings that took place. So before joining the seminar and anything to do with community network, I was a student, and most of the things that we learned were mainly theory lessons. So you're told this, what is a router, what is this and that, but you don't really get to experience them and know what they do and what they work. So I joined Dunia Moja a week before we went for one of the schools in Kisumu, and then that's the first time that I actually got to interact with different people from different places and understand what community networks are. So the first thing that they did was introduce what community networks are and tell us what is their functions and how they help the community. And then there was some training, a lot of training. I remember that was the first time I went up a pole, an electricity pole, to try and do the connectivity. You get to be told this is what happens, and they show you, and they have all these classes that were uploaded in your drive, and you could access them, and you would also attend the virtual lessons. And then we had so many other seminars, I think in Nairobi and in Kilifi, where I come from. Like right now I'm in Kilifi. What we do is make coconut drinks and make roofs using coconuts. How can we make content from that place, broadcast it within this location, just to make sure we share the same information? So that is a brief history of where I was before and where I am now. So right now we were planning to start a community network, not like for the university kids that were working with Dunia Moja, that will be around Kilifi towards the university side, and that is where we are so far. Some of the main and the key lessons that we were able to get and understand is, first of all, it's the whole technical bit of a community network, like the connectivity. So we had a lot of lessons about setting up routers, how to do the whole propagation of the signals and all that. So that was one of the key lessons, because now you are taken away from class where you're just told this is a hub, this is a switch, to being sure this is how we do it, this is what an IP address is, and this is what it does. And then the second bit was the strategy and how a community network can be a bit independent. Some of the challenges that we've faced so far is the management of the resources, or like lack of the funding. And like I said, we really wanted to start the whole KNSCN thing, but then there's some things that we require from the government, like the certificate to show like this is a community-based organization. So if they keep changing the format, and we are not sure how long this whole process is going to take, so then we are left in a dilemma, because we can't really go forward because we need to be authorized. That is one of the main challenges that we had. The other one was setting up the whole network around Kilifi is a bit difficult, given like the terrain of the land, the awareness of the people. How do we sell this thing to people, and how do we make them understand that it's for their benefit if they are not really aware? So I think we need to create more awareness of what a community network is and why it is important. So one of the main things we want to do is implement this KNSCN, which is become an independent kind of community network, but the mother will be Dunia Moja. So because now where we live is where a lot of university kids are located, and having that cheap connectivity would be way easier for them, especially because they have school and all these things. So the thing is, we would want to have a community-based organization that gives cheap connectivity to all these people. I know I said it's not free, because maybe they will have to pay just some bit of money, but it will not compare to what we have right now. So I think having this and having all this campus kit connected by us will be some dream come true. Yes.
My name is Douglas Mongi, and we are based in one of the biggest at Mathare. We seek to eradicate illiteracy and poverty through improving the quality of education and skills training caused by leveraging on technology. Our software engineering program that specifically targets youths to give them skills that will help them earn a livelihood, that is software engineering, or rather software development. A very intense program, 8 months, which targets youth who did not either finish formal education, or they did finish formal education, but they don't have any skill that will help them earn a livelihood. We normally train youths, and then we give them opportunity to work with us so that they can get some experience, and then afterwards be ready for greener pasture. And as an organization, we normally have these kind of bittersweet moments where we train a youth, they graduate as a junior developer, they become very good, and then they work with us, or like in terms of being trainers, and then they get employed, which normally leaves a gap for us. As an organization, that has been a massive challenge, because it has hindered our growth. But we are actually working towards that by developing a sustainable revenue model where we'll be able to remunerate them well, as well as setting up a software engineering company that will be able to absorb even more and be able to sustain our organization. No, in Mathare, there are no spaces where kids can play, and play is very much important for their early childhood development. So at West Mathare, we have a safe space that targets kids between the ages of 0 to 6, where they can be kids. And at the same time, that space targets their mothers, who majority are young mothers. And these young mothers, they do not finish formal education. So this space kind of encourages them to come and learn. So they can drop their kids at the safe space and come and learn. But also we have those mothers who want to drop their kids and go hustle, because they have pressing needs that they actually need to meet. So that is the ECD program that helps kids to access a safe environment. And as a CN, we also run an SMS learning platform. And this was as a result of the COVID-19, majority of kids being asked to learn from home. But unfortunately, Mathare Slum, there is no accessibility to internet. So we developed a program called Tech School that uses USSD and SMS to help kids who back at home to access unlimited content using USSD and SMS. But while at it, we realized that SMS and USSD, it's limiting because it's purely text and it's not friendly to kids who, like the ICT classes, who learn better by pictures, videos, and even the youths who are mostly in high school. And that's the discussion we actually started to form a CN to ensure that there is accessibility of internet in Mathare Slum and deploy content that is actually meet the needs of Mathare community participants. The peer-to-peer mentorship was very, very useful and effective because it was this moment or through peer-to-peer mentorship we were able to engage with these CN all over, some in Nairobi, others outside Nairobi, and see what they've been able to achieve, learning their best practices and that kind of stuff. The micro grant was also very, very effective because it's through the micro grant that you are able to specifically meet the needs of organizations that to strengthen our CN and developing write-ups for our program. We realized that we have programs, very effective programs, but they are not well documented. So through the micro grant, we were able to document our programs. We did a billing system. Through interaction with the community, we realized that they want also a very friendly platform where they can actually pay and access the network. We really, really appreciate the journey that we have come from the mentorship to interacting with other CNs, whom actually we have run program with them. We have run a joint program with them at our center that is in Mathare Slum.
My name is I'm a chairperson and also a founder of Global Innovation Valley, that is GIV. We are located in Turkana County, that is west of Kenya. The community that we are living in, people, they are nomadic, they are not stays one place, and you find like it is a place where it's almost desert, and our ways was not favorable to people to live, but JV is there to make sure to see how they can support this community. First of all, JV is stepping in to fill the gap, two gaps. One, to connect the gap of connectivity in Turkana. Two is unemployment among marginalized people from the background, that is people from the host community, including people from refugee status. At GIV, we empower young people from marginalized backgrounds and also refugee youth to become, to unleash their potential, to become social and tech entrepreneurs. GIV is supporting these people to come up with their social and tech enterprises. You find like some people, they may not be in the position to create their own job, but they can be in the position to get some of the skills like the digital skills and the ICT skills. Then those skills, they are the relevant skills that they can give them a chance to compete in a job market. Then we give those people an opportunity at least to learn those skills and also ability to feel like I can be in the position to do something. We started that empowerment program. Then people, they come up with innovative ideas out of it. Then through that program, we got an opportunity to join this opportunity for APC, that's strengthening community network. For us, the grant that we have received, it was an opportunity for us in order to grow. First of all, to strengthen our team. Secondly, also to strengthen the capacity in terms of policies and the regulations, because that time we were not in the position to register. We did not have a bank account, but at the time we got an opportunity to apply for this grant, it has helped us. We have applied even the license for community network, and also we managed to equip our team with skills on training of trainers, internet deployment. So there is a lot of things that in the even police formulation, currently we are doing ourselves. For me, it was a nice experiences to meet and also to support the great organizations that they are making impact in their local community. And also, I really thank TNET to give this opportunity and trust GIV to provide to provide sustainability module. But the thing that I've learned as well is that network, that collaboration, it wasn't only for during the program, but even it continued up to now. We have a strong relationship with the teammate. We have strong relationship with the Dunia Moja, strong relationship with Oasis. So you find like if we need something, we just go there and they support. That collaboration is still there. So it is something that I really appreciate from the entire program, because the first resources is people. If you don't have people, you have nothing. So we really appreciate for that.